In this video, I'm going to reveal Donald Trump and Elon Musk's 12 trillion manufacturing revolution, how they plan to use AI to accomplish it, and ultimately how you can profit from it. This is a really interesting piece of information I have to share with you. I read about it recently from Jeff Brown, and I want to share it with you guys because it's a massive opportunity that virtually no one is talking about. Okay, so let's get on with the video. So in decades gone by, America was the global hub of manufacturing. You know, they invented planes, cars. They had, you know, a huge manufacturing industry. But as time went on, they started outsourcing a lot of their manufacturing to China. And accelerate decades on, China is now the global manufacturing hub of the world. And the reality is the US has lost its manufacturing edge. Its manufacturing industry pales into insignificance of what it used to be. In fact, you know, it imports more than it exports. But Donald Trump wants to change this. He wants to make America great again. And America was built on manufacturing. Its golden years in the 50s and 60s and 70s was all based around manufacturing. But it goes beyond this as well. With China manufacturing a lot of the chips and materials for, you know, phones and tech and all that kind of stuff. So it's actually a matter of national security for the US, because if China ever decides to invade Taiwan, it could be disastrous for the US because it just wouldn't receive a lot of the, you know, critical materials it needs for military and many other things. So Trump wants to change this. He wants to make the US great again, and he wants to kickstart the US's manufacturing industry so they're self-sustainable again, and you know, it can become a global great on the manufacturing stage. But there is one massive problem. There is only, I think there's 13 million, you know, manufacturing workers in the US, which isn't enough to fulfill Trump's and Musk's plans. I mean, compare that to China. I think it's got like 150 million manufacturing workers. So at the moment, you know, based on the worker base, the US just cannot compete with China. But there is a master plan underway, and that is to use AI. And we're not talking about ChatGPT here or any of these little chatbots. We're talking about manifested physical AI. And this is where Elon Musk comes into the equation. Now, what a lot of people do not know, for many, many years now, Elon Musk and Tesla, because Tesla's manufacturing this, has been working on a physical humanoid AI robot that can think for itself, that can do tasks, that can learn continuously, and can basically do the tasks of a human, but to an even higher level, because robots don't get tired, don't have emotion, and they don't get injured. So basically, Elon Musk and Tesla are right on the brink of launching their physical humanoid robot, which is called Optimus. This is huge. You know, at the moment, we all sort of think, you know, that, you know, AI is just ChatGPT, all of the pieces of, you know, automation software that we use. But very, very soon, in fact, I think this month, and we're now in July 2025, there's going to be an announcement from Elon Musk about his new Optimus AI robot. And I think at some point this year, this thing is going to get released. In fact, in California now, the Optimus AI robot is walking around Tesla factories in California and Texas, learning, tweaking, ready for the global launch. And when this thing hits, it's going to turn the AI industry up down, and it's going to create a boom, a completely new boom that we haven't seeing. And this is where the robotic renaissance really kicks off. It's going to create, we're going to have 10x investment opportunities, and it's going to be an amazing time. But the thing is, these Optimus AI robots are going to fulfill Trump's vision of rebooting the manufacturing industry, because what he's going to do, he's going to work with Elon Musk to order hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of these robots to work in all of the different manufacturing industries, from cars, planes, military, you name it, food. And basically, it's going to create jobs, because you're going to need people to manage these teams of robots to do the task. And these robots are so intelligent, they can interact and learn with people. These Optimus robots have brains, but crucially, they have eyes, so they can walk around. And whilst they're walking around, they're continuously learning, and they're sending information back to basically the AI brain, so they're always learning all of the time. This is going to be incredible. And Morgan Stanley said down the road, there's going to be a demand for 1 billion of these robots, because what's going to happen is initially these Optimus AI robots are going to be used in corporations, in manufacturing. There's going to be the first use, because obviously this fits in with Trump's manufacturing revolution. But over time, there's obviously the element of scale kicks in, more and more robots come out, prices come down, then they're going to find the way into our homes, personal assistants, gardeners, babysitters, odd jobbers, you name it, personal chauffeur. This is absolutely huge. We are sort of on the edge of science fiction now. It's going to create insane amounts of wealth for those people who get in early. And this is really what Donald Trump and Elon Musk's 12 trillion manufacturing revolution is all about. It's all about rebooting the manufacturing industry in the US, so the US becomes self-reliant on itself, a great manufacturing hub of the world, in fact number one, but also creating a new industry with physical AI robots, i.e. Tesla and Elon Musk's Optimus AI robot. And you have a chance to profit from it. Obviously, the obvious pick right now to profit off this is Tesla stock. The only problem with that is Tesla is $1 trillion company, and whilst, it's not out of the realm of possibility, no, here are the figures. Each one of these robots, when they're released, is going to be about $25,000. So in the future, it's going to need to be 1 billion of them. That's 25 trillion. So it's a $25 trillion industry. I don't know how much that will increase, Tesla's valuation. It's not out of the realms of possibility if this is success. And how many robots got rolled off across all sorts of sectors. Tesla could become a $5-10 trillion company down the road. So that's a 5-10x. Now, I'm not saying that. It could double or even treble. So there's going to be nice gains there. But according to Jeff, there's better ways to play it. Because in order for this plan to work, you need the specialized materials and the sensors to make these robots possible. We're talking semiconductor specialized sensor technology, and there's a couple of companies supplying Tesla in order to fulfill this rollout of these Optimus AI robots. Actually, before I continue, if you want to learn more about the AI industry, or get into a snapshot of the AI industry in 2 minutes or less and get 3 of my favorite AI picks, I've created my AI one-page stock cheat sheet, completely free to download. So if you want to download that, I'll leave that in the comment and description below. So yeah, that's there for you. So if you want to play, this game, there's sort of better companies, or companies that have more upside potential than Tesla. The company supplying the sensor technology for the eyes of these robots, but also the semiconductors for the chips. So these Optimus AI robots can run. And I'm going to give you another pick, and that is on semiconductors. And basically, supplying the sensor technology for the Optimus AI robot so that you can actually see. It's the most advanced technology of its kind in the world. And yeah, it's just one of these companies. If this project really kicks off, it could go parabolic in the years ahead, because once Trump announces all of this, the companies, Tesla, the companies connected to this, investors are going to be piling in. They're already piling in anyway. We're talking about billionaires here. They're already piling in, but for the small investor, once it gets announced and all the money flows in, the opportunity won't be missed, but you're not going to make the same amount of gain. So now's the time to act. Now, I'm not recommending these are buy alerts. I'm recommending that you go and research these opportunities so it makes sense with your investment portfolio. In fact, if you want to go down, if you want to learn all of this, what I've told you on the deeper level, Jeff Brown has released a specialized report covering all of what I explained here in much greater detail and the stock picks that go with it, all the information you need to know to his near future report. Members, I've been a member of the near future report since 2022. I love it, and it is a great service. If you want to read this report about Trump and Elon's $12 trillion manufacturing revolution, I highly recommend you get the report for this, and you can do that by joining the near future report. I'll leave that in the description below, and you get to try it 60 days risk-free. So there's nothing to lose and absolutely everything to gain. It's fascinating. This is one of the biggest opportunities we will see possibly in our lifetime in terms of an investment opportunity. So if you want to go down the rabbit hole deeper, join the Near Future Report to get the special report about this opportunity. Anyway, that is what I've got for you. Obviously, no pressure to join this at all. If you're not interested, no problems. But if you want to, it's there for you if you want it. That's what I've got for you. I hope you got value from the video. Thanks for joining me, and I'll speak to you soon.